I can't say I'm surprised because it's consistent with what NASCAR's done in the past, and even Formula One Grand Prix winner like Juan Pablo Montoya, an IndyCar Series champion, Indy 500 champion like Dario Franchitti, they had to run some ARCA races at Talladega and Daytona to get approval and everything like that. But in Shane van Gisbergen's case, it does seem a little funny that they're making somebody run an ARCA race to get approval for an Xfinity race when this guy's won a Cup race. Now, I know Chicago street circuit is very, very different than Daytona International Speedway, but you just think about that for a moment. A Cup Series race winner has to run an ARCA race to get Xfinity Series approval. That doesn't seem right on a ladder system. But another point that was brought up to me just before we came on the show is that Shane van Gisbergen has run the Rolex 24 at Daytona before, so he has experience on the high banks. He has experience, in a NASCAR stock car. It just seems a little silly to make him jump through these hoops here. And the other point that was brought up as well by a lot of people is that what happens if the ARCA race gets rained out? Because they're scheduled the same day as the Xfinity Series Daytona race that he's trying to get approval for, but he supposedly needs to run this ARCA race to participate in. So if the ARCA race gets postponed due to rain, it has to be postponed to after the Xfinity race. If the skies clear up, I don't know. Can he not run that Xfinity Series race? Would he have to apply for a playoff waiver? I don't know how that's going to work. I understand NASCAR's decision-making here. I'm sure, Shane van Gisbergen is a racer. I don't know, but he's going to be complaining too much about getting the extra laps, but to force him to do it for the approval process, it just seems a little bit backwards to me. And I think that that's maybe something that NASCAR should look at going forward here is, do we really need to make somebody who's literally won a Cup Series race go through the ARCA procedure to get approval for Xfinity? I know we don't have as much practice time as we used to, and maybe that's part of it as well, but I don't know. It seems quite silly to me, and I think a lot of people have kind of shared that sentiment.